Hello, we are here. We are here. I gotta close these curtains. The sun shines in right behind me, and it gives me the weirdest look back there. I don't know what the deal is. Anyhow, we're here.
Hey
Emma's here.
y'all.
Sherry's here. Marion's here. Judy's here. Hi. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hello, hello.
So we've had the weirdest day here. I was going somewhere today, and it was snowing, lightly snowing. And then it was heavily snowing, like accumulating snow, like the ground was white and everything. And I was like, what in the world? Right. So then as I traveled, I got back into rain. And then on my way home, the roads were dry, the snow was gone. And guess what's happening right now? The
It's
sun
hot.
is shining. It's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. Hi,
It's
Jennifer.
just
How are you?
it's trying to take you into all of the stuff.
It is crazy, 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 right?
Yep.
Oh goodness. Um. So yeah, that's my day. How's your day?
Just work.
Just work.
Just work.
Hello, Catherine. Catherine is here. How are you? All right. Brandy and I chatted earlier for a little bit. You finished the last couple chapters.
Oh yeah, it didn't take but like maybe 6 minutes to finish.
6 minutes to read 4 chapters. No.
Yeah, it was like
Oh no.
maybe 8. It might have taken 8,
Oh
but
my.
it was less than 10.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that.
But they were short chapters. I mean, like literally, they were 2-minute chapters.
Mm-mm. Chapter 46 is like 6 pages.
Okay, well, actually, that one said 4 minutes, but it only took me 3 on that one.
Okay, chapter 45 is just a couple pages. That's a
Yeah.
couple. But I mean, that took me probably a good 15, 20 minutes to read, probably. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. Anyhow, so Brandy's question to me earlier was, so how you liking it? And I'm like, I don't know. It just keeps getting more wacky and more wacky, more questions and more questions. There's no answers yet.
But it did answer. I mean, like, there has been a few answers. We know that her sister did drown.
Right.
We know that, her dad covered
Well, we kind of
up
already knew
stuff.
her sister drowned in the marsh. We kind of already knew that.
Yeah, but
Without
I
them coming
mean,
out and blatantly saying it, you knew that.
but we know a little bit more on that. We know that she's this thing with the we know a little bit about the man on the porch and the fact that she's actually known him and talked to him with
Right?
her son. We know
Right?
that she was out there with her son.
And she doesn't know that because she was not awake. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I find that interesting. You hear a lot about people who sleepwalk, not about people who sleepwalk and have complete conversations with people. You don't hear a lot about that. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that one's. I mean, I know there are people that sleepwalk, but there are because I this is one person that I follow on YouTube, and she both her and her brother sleepwalk, and she had this one thing they actually hold. Now granted, the conversations don't make a lot of sense,
Right, and that's what my
but they're
thought would
having
be.
conversations.
But with the guy on the porch, he seems to make it sound like they've had complete conversations, and like, why doesn't she remember what happened? Like, it made sense to him. And I mean, you hear people that talk in their sleep all the time, and sometimes you'll catch words here and there, and you know, but you don't understand some of it. But I don't know, the whole thing that she walks and talks in her sleep, and apparently somebody else understands her. I'm like, that's a little out there. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, because I know I talk in my sleep, but and it is full on words, and sometimes sometimes it makes sense, but most of the time, just like my husband, he talks in his sleep, but the stuff he says, like, you're just like, what? When you try to ask, I thought maybe he was awake, but then he starts going off into weird stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, that don't make no sense. What?
Right. I don't think she did it either. Exactly. They're making it too much about her. Too much about her, and given all these reasons why it could be her. So it's not her. It's not
I
her.
know it's going too far down the path
Yeah.
of okay, it's got to be. It's giving too much of it's got to be her.
Yeah.
She's
So,
got to be the one. I mean, even she now is thinking,
yeah.
I have to be the one that have done this.
I
But
mean,
that's
that's
why.
why she went home to her parents to ask her parents more about Margaret. Right? What happened to Margaret?
And
She
they're like,
wanted to
don't
know
do
because
this to yourself. Yep.
she's thinking she did something now. And maybe she did. I don't know. Maybe she was out sleepwalking and Margaret came out to get her. I don't know, but no idea. Anyhow.
Yeah,
So
because I mean, they tell you, and it is true. You have to be careful trying to wake someone up who's sleepwalking, and they do. She goes into that. No, I told her. No, it's fine. I would never hurt you.
yeah.
But if you interrupt someone who's sleepwalking, they can unexpectedly, because they don't recognize you. There is no
It was funny. I was just
recognition.
talking about Margaret in the book, and Margaret's here now.
Hey, Margaret.
You think the father's protecting the mom? You think the mom did something? Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Oh,
I,
wow.
I still think her parents, I don't know, something's interesting with her parents. I just don't know.
Although I was really happy to see that they mentioned a case, because you know me, I like my forensic files. And one of the first things that I show my students is one of the cases, and it's a sleepwalk. It's a case about a guy who tried to use sleepwalking as his defense, as to why he was not, like, even though he clearly killed his wife, he used sleepwalking as his defense of, but I'm not
He
responsible
didn't know what he was doing.
because I didn't know what I was doing. And he thought he could get away with it because of that same case that they mentioned was actually mentioned in this forensic files, because there was a person who, even though he drove all the way to his in-laws house, used a key to get into the house and killed the in-laws, he was asleep the whole time.
Right. And somehow they could prove that. I don't know how you
And
can prove that they're asleep, actually. I don't know. If you're not
yeah,
there, nobody was there, nobody knew what happened, how can you prove that that person was actually asleep? I don't know. Don't know. It's very
that's
interesting.
crazy, Margaret. So she actually left the house. Did y'all have to go and like get her, or I'm curious. Was she would she talk or anything?
I told you that the neighbor man that when we were kids would walk outside of his house out around the yard in the neighborhood and stuff in his underwear in the middle of the night. He'd leave his
Oh
house.
my! Did you see what Margaret said? You had a who killed her baby and she got off
Yeah.
due to sleepwalking. See?
How do they prove that they're asleep and that they're not really responsible? I don't know how you prove that.
Well, like I said, I know that the one I watched, the case I watched, they were using all these different they did sleep studies with them, with their P and S waves, and
Did you
there's
say with your
certain
P?
her the P waves and the S waves in the
I don't know.
brain.
I don't know anything about P waves. I thought you said they examined her P. I was like, what?
No, they looked at the P waves and S waves
I don't know
in the
what a P wave
brain.
is. Huh?
Oh, you heard her open the door and you got to her quickly. Oh, okay. Whew.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Okay, Robin, have you read this book? All the Dangerous Things. Robin reads everything. I don't know. Have you read that one?
Yeah,
All
I'm
the
serious.
Dangerous Things. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't know. So yeah, we just got more questions now. We know that Margaret died, drowned in the swamp, face down in the mud, dead. Okay. Mom and dad are all wigged out about it. They don't talk to her anymore. So why don't they talk to her? Why, if she didn't do anything, do they not talk to her? Does she know something? Did she see something? Did mom do something? And they think that she might know. What is that? What the checks are for? Is it hush money? Is it? Do they not have a relationship because they just don't want her to ask any more questions?
I don't know. So there's gotta be something more, obviously, that's being hidden,
Right.
because I mean,
Yeah.
she obviously blocked something out.
Something
She
else.
blocked something out.
Oh, I got
Um,
you on this one. You haven't read this one yet? Well, you better not listen then, Robin.
yeah, because we're giving away all kinds of stuff
That's
here
right.
on
We
the book.
are. We are. We are.
We
Yeah.
got the tea.
So we got more questions there because of that. I have more questions now, anyhow. More questions about Wayland or whatever his name is. Like, what the heck
I
is
don't know.
Wayland?
We know that he looked into her and already has stuff before he ever got there. And but here's my question.
But do you really think that
Did,
he's after her? Do you think he's after her?
I don't know. I here's my thing. See, with her having this whole sleep deprivation thing, was the visit from the cop actually a visit, or did she hallucinate, or did Waylon lie that he had actually seen so there is that. Was it that a hallucination?
I don't think he's premeditated coming after her to prove that she did it. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think he knows a lot of stuff, and I think he knows more stuff. I think he knows more stuff.
I think he is wanting to get to the bottom of it, but because obviously he got into it because of what his was it his sister that had been murdered?
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, someone in his family. That's what got him into crime solving. But there's still, I mean, he is looking into more than just her with Mason. He's also looking into her background. Her,
Yes,
what
Sherry.
happened with her sister.
So why is he investigating her childhood so strongly? What happened there? I'm telling you, something weird over there. Something weird going on over there.
Part of me wonders, is he like a PI?
I don't know.
Is he a private investigator?
Don't know. You think who did it, Margaret? Who do you think did it? So that's more questions. We have more questions about Wayland. What's going on with Wayland, right? Then we have more questions again with her husband.
You know what? See, to me, that's a little freaky deaky, because I was telling Mindy, I said, okay, first off, each person he gets with all look the same. Now, I understand people have a type. People have a type. Serial killers have a type too. And, they have a tendency to go after the same type of victim. And so, but because something, and I'm sorry, something weird happened with his wife, then even though something didn't happen to her, something did happen
to their family.
And neither one of them, it said neither one of them wanted kids, so he didn't really want a kid. So is it's kind of weird. Every time that he wants to change something up and he's tired of whatever his situation, something mysteriously happens to whatever something in there so that he can change it up. I don't know. I'm wondering, did he do something?
Right?
I don't know.
Right?
It's funky.
He's just as highly
Funky.
suspect as anybody. As highly suspect as any of them.
It seems like every time he gets bored, something happens so that he can get out of it.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, he's cheated on his wife. I mean, kind of cheated on her. Well, I mean, okay, she died first, but he did not really. He was kind of cheating before that even.
No, he was. They might not have done the do. They might not have done the do, but they did kiss,
So look,
and they did emotion.
We got everybody being blamed here. We're all over the place. We got Margaret thinks that the mom did it. Marianne thinks that the husband did it. Lynn's not saying anything because she knows who did it. Lynn.
It's like, I know the whole thing.
Right? So maybe it's none of those three. Who else would it be if it's none of those three?
Because I don't think it was some stranger. I think it has to be, you know.
Was it Wayland or the detective that said it was someone in the house did it? Someone was in the house that did that.
Wayland. I think Wayland said it.
Probably. Yeah.
Because he said, someone happened. It was someone in the house.
Yeah. So because there was nothing indicating coming in from the outside. Yeah.
And we already know that she saw herself on them videos. She saw herself pick up her son. We also know now that.
Well, she's taking him places in the middle of the night.
She's walking around with him. She's walking around with him.
Come on, we're going for a walk. Let's go. Let's go around the neighborhood.
But ends up she's had sleep deprivation issues before he ever disappeared, though. She had sleep deprivation issues for a while after Margaret. You know, kind of like she was scared to fall asleep because
the dog did not bark.
That's right. Dog didn't bark, and he barks to let her know stuff, and he didn't, which means he knew who was in there, and he was perfectly comfortable with whoever was in there.
Yeah. So I mean, that brings it down to him or her. Him or her. Because who else knows them that well? I don't know.
And here's another question. I wonder, does her ex know about her sleepwalking? Because I'm wondering. Here's the reason I'm wondering this is
I'm gonna bet you he has to. He has to.
Because if he knows about her.
She's been sleepwalking all along. How can you live in the same house with somebody, sleep in the same bed with them, or assuming they sleep in the same bed, and not know that they get up and sleepwalk? How could you not know that?
Because, see, that kind of leads me to, is it possible because he knows about her sleepwalking that he knows he has a scapegoat?
That she would get blamed.
Right. And she would not have a clue about it because she won't remember anything.
Right. Easy target to blame her. I'm leaning towards him.
Robin, gonna go as I will be reading this.
Yeah. Maybe the ex's new girlfriend. Yeah. Well, how did the ex's new girlfriend
The therapist. But the therapist only met him after the kid was gone because he went to the grief counseling, and that's where the grief counseling was.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we got a lot more questions. I think that it just keeps getting more and more and more and more questions, more and more and more questions.
But it's getting more and more interesting too.
We've got about 80 pages to wrap this puppy up and figure out who done it.
Oh, it's going to be a quick wrap, and there's got to be a twist. There's because like I said, they're trying to push us into her. they're trying to push us into her. But yes, Judy, we can finish the book now.
Oh, we can't finish it right now unless you're
No,
Brandy and you can read that fast. You can
I
finish
literally
it
could
this
finish it tonight.
week. Go ahead and finish it this week, Judy. We're not going to talk to you again until next week. So,
But we do have to have we decided, have we picked what we're reading next?
no, but I was busy this afternoon. Let me tell you what I did. Let me show you what I did.
Oh, look at there.
What? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's all good.
Are y'all liking the book so far?
Look.
Lynn, did you like the book since you already read it? Judy, I'll have it done tonight. If I started reading it today, it would be done. But
Lynn, you're so funny. I don't know. Some are hot, some are cold. I don't know. Hot, cold. I don't know.
we're on hot, cold. You don't tell
Okay. So I pulled out some books off my shelf over here. Books that we've talked about in the past. Well, I threw in one that we haven't talked about in the past, but it's one that I recently bought, and I think it sounds really, really good. So let me show you. And this is what I'm going to do. We're going to vote. We're going to vote here. We're going to vote now. Vote. And
we're going to vote.
Yep. And if you're watching on replay, you can vote in the comments below. Okay. So this is going to be our book for next time. I just grabbed some we'd already talked about. Okay. Most of them I've already talked about. Okay. And there's one I'm going to throw in here, which I don't have a physical copy of yet. Okay. So we've talked about this. We've talked about Legendborn. Yeah. And Legendborn has another book following this one. There's another one after this. So I'll quickly read you a little synopsis. Okay. This one is this girl. She's, oh goodness. Her mother dies in an accident. She's in a program for high schoolers. First night on campus, there's a magical attack, flying demon that feeds on human energies. There's a secret society called the Legendborn. A mysterious mage who calls himself a Merlin, trying to wipe Bree's memory of everything she saw, but it's still there. And then it goes on from there. Okay. So magical kind of stuff going on. Okay. There's that. We've also talked about this one. This is tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And okay, you get it. Okay. So this one is basically on a bitter cold day in December, Sam exits a subway car and sees Sadie. He calls her name. She pretends she hasn't heard him. But then she turns and a game begins, a legendary collaboration that will launch them to stardom. They're friends. They've been intimate since childhood. They borrow money, beg favors, and create their first blockbuster, Ichigo. The world is theirs. They're not even 25. They're brilliant, successful, rich, but those qualities do not protect them from their own creative ambitions or the betrayals of their hearts. This book spans over 30 years. That's about all it really says. Okay, so there's that one. So we got Legendborn, we got tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Here's one we talked about. We had it in our vote last time, and I went and bought it because I do want to read it. And that is Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones and the Six. So Taylor Jenkins Reid, man, she's hot right now. She's got a lot of really popular books right now, and she's supposed to be a really good writer, I hear. So Daisy is a girl coming of age in LA in the late 60s, sneaking into clubs on the Sunset Strip, sleeping with rock stars, dreaming of singing at the Whiskey A Go-Go. Her voice is getting noticed, and she has the kind of heedless beauty that makes people do crazy things. Also getting noticed is the Six, which is a band. That's why it's Daisy Jones and the Six. Six is the band. Sorry. Billy on tour with his girlfriend Camila finds out she's pregnant. With the impending fatherhood and fame, Billy goes a little wild on the road. Daisy and Billy cross paths when a producer realizes that the key to supercharged success is to put those two together. And what's going to happen there? All right. Then This is one I just recently bought, and it is called Underneath the Sycamore Tree. Been very well reviewed. People are like, oh my gosh, this book. All right, so Emery Madison's life has been broken. First, she lost her twin sister, the other half of her heart, to an incurable autoimmune disease. Then her father left. Now Emery has been diagnosed with the same disease that killed her sister, and her mother's falling apart. Unable to live under the same roof anymore, the only option for Emery is to move in with the father she hasn't seen in 10 years and try to start over. But nothing is harder than new beginnings, and Emery is worried she'll never get a chance to truly live until she meets Caden, the brooding athlete with more than enough baggage of his own. Caden makes Emery feel normal, hated, cared for, loathed, loved. Somewhere along the way, Emery finds solace in the guy with the sad eyes. All right, so there's that one. And the other one I'm going to throw on the list is Caravel. I really want to read Caravel. So it's about carnival, and let's see. I'll find you the synopsis. One moment, please.
One moment, please.
And I'll actually read you the synopsis of Caravel. Caravel.
Hey, Sherry says she's enjoying the book. Okay, sorry.
Caravel is
took you a while, sorry.
A series. There's 4 books in the Caravel series. So, Scarlett has never left the tiny island where she and her beloved sister Tella live with their powerful and cruel father. Now Scarlett's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlett thinks her dreams of seeing Caravel, the faraway, once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlett's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives with the help of a mysterious sailor. Tella whisks Scarlett away to attend. Only as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by the mastermind's organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caravel revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. So
okay.
That's 5. That's 5 books. Less choices than we had last time, but it might make it a little easier since we have less choices to zone in on, you know.
Yeah, last time we did you and my
one vote for this, one for this, one for this. I don't know. But so
but I liked how both of us had a hand in coming up with some of them though.
I know. And
you have to admit.
That's why I pulled these, because you and I have talked about these before. You like Legendborn. That one intrigued you. I think Tomorrow intrigued you. So some of these, we've talked about together as well. So, and then I just threw in Under the Sycamore. So we got Caravel, Underneath the Sycamore Tree. That's about the sisters and the disease that seems to kill them. Daisy Jones and the Six. We know that's hot and popular right now because it's a movie also. Legendborn, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. This wasn't a quiz. This might have been on Jeopardy recently. And the person got it wrong. They got it wrong because they didn't put all the ands in there. So they got the question.
And you got to have it exactly. Because
it's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Yep.
Nope. It's Tomorrow and Tomorrow. So,
but Mindy, it looks like people are enjoying the book that we're reading now. Hopefully, okay. Can you at least admit that it's a little, it's not boring, at least it's a little interesting. It's got your interest a little bit piqued.
It's not scary. It's not scary.
No.
So I'm happy that's not scary. So it's basically a mystery.
Yes. It's mysterious.
Basically a mystery. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Nobody's voting. Do you see that? They're all like,
I know. You already know my vote's for Legendborn.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and put my vote in.
Brandy's voting for Legendborn.
Legendborn.
And there is another one after that. Which is interesting.
So, guys, did we lose you? Hello? What's y'all's vote? Hello?
I don't know.
Vote. Did y'all disappear on us? Hello? Oh, now they came in like all at once. Woo! Legendborn. Caravel, Daisy
Daisy
Jones.
Jones and the Six. So I guess I need a piece of paper now, don't I? I need a piece of paper.
Oh, there's another for
Let's
Daisy
see.
Jones and the Six.
Okay, so we got
tomorrow,
LB,
and tomorrow.
B, Caravel, T, 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 6. What's the other one? Oh, sycamore tree. We'll put
Sycamore.
tree.
Yeah,
Okay.
just put tree.
All right. So what do we got here so far? Let's go back.
Oh, Lynn was feeding her little ones and did not hear about the choices.
Oh, so we got a legend-born you, a legend-born Judy, a legend-born Margaret.
Yep.
A Caravel, Caramel. Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones and the Six. That's 2 Daisy Jones and the Sixes. We got tomorrow, and tomorrow. Jennifer I had to think. Lynn.
And so Lynn, we still need Lynn's, but she was feeding her little one, so she didn't hear about the books.
So Lynn, I'll just tell you the titles real quick. We got If There's a Dragon in them. I don't think there is a dragon in any of them.
But there is magic in
Daisy
Legend-born.
Daisy Jones and the Six. Under the Sycamore Tree, it's about a couple sisters, and they have some autoimmune disease that wants to kill them, and she's got to go live with her dad and try to start her life over. Tomorrow. I think they're video game producers, and it goes over 30 years, and they get rich and famous, and things happen. I don't know. And then Legend-born, she's in college or something, and magical stuff's happening. Yeah. Oh, and we throw in Caravel.
Yeah.
How would you say that? Caravel?
I think it's like Caraval.
I don't know. Caraval. So that one is they go off to the once a year far off carnival type thing, except it turns into her sister disappearing, and you have to find her. You have to find the sister. Yeah. So I will.
What'd you think, Lynn?
What'd you pick, Lynn?
What'd you pick, Lynn?
I will continue to gather votes. Like I said, we can vote here. We can vote in the comments below after the video. And
we got Lynn's vote.
We've had Legend-born on our list for a long time.
We have.
For a long time, we've talked about that one. I mean, I think they're all really good. I would read any of them,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have my number 1 pick and my number 2 pick. My number 1 pick is Legend-born. My number 2 pick is Caraval.
Of course, all the fantasy stuff. Yep.
What? Well, yeah, but Caraval sounds like there's also a little bit of a mystery thing going on there.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a little romance in there or something.
Maybe. Legend-born may have some romance in it too.
Yeah, they all do sound good, don't they, Miriam? I think they're all going to be really good. So
that's right.
It's time to just get through some of them that we have said like a long time ago that we wanted to read, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten rid of the list that you and I made together. So, there's others that we can.
Yep.
I think we've got good lists for a while.
I just pulled these because they were on my shelf. That was really why I pulled them. They were on my shelf. I have to go back and find that other list. I mean.
But see, yeah. I still got it.
I don't have it
somewhere.
I don't know if I have it written down anywhere. I have it on my community tab, of course, but.
Hi, Jenny.
Jenny is here. Well, you caught us, Jenny. You caught us. Now what are you going to do with us? You caught us. What are you going to do?
What you going to do?
Yep. All right. Well, that's it. Finish the book. Hi, Joe. You're getting here just as we're saying goodbye. Joe, you'll need to check out the books that we just voted on for reading next time.
That's right. Check them out and make your vote.
I talked about them. Yeah. Hey, you'll get to do that in person pretty soon, Jenny. Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
Right?
I got me
All
a long
right.
trip ahead, but I'm looking forward to it.
I don't even have words for that. I have no words for that. All right. Well, I'm going to let you all go and figure out what I'm doing here. Famous last words. Figure out what I'm doing.
Oh, I still got to figure out mine too. I have no clue.
Yeah. Well,
I got some Oreos, but that's about all
well,
I have as far as
no,
plans.
Dale's not even here right now, so I don't even know when he's going to be back. So I don't know.
Well, you know what? If he said that, just make the decision of what's going and be like, honey, this is what we're having. If you don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Catherine, did you vote for a book? I didn't see Catherine's vote. Did Catherine vote? Oh,
Wait,
yes,
I
she
thought
did. Yes, she did. There it is. I had to go back. All right. Oh, you're watching about the new event. Woohoo! Go Alan Gianna, right? It's time. It's time to work on Alan Gianna. I'm excited.
Alan.
Yep. All right, you guys. I will see you all. We will see you all next week, if not before. I don't know where I'll see you, but I might see you. Who knows?
But yeah, one way say.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.